Hello and welcome to the second Trade with Precision newsletter for 2012. My name is Craig Kolb and today we're going to be covering goal setting. Now guys, before I kick into this goal setting area, we all understand that at the turning of the clock from 12 till 12:01, we have a lot of people make New Year's resolutions. And typically it's made with a glass of champagne in your hand, friends and family around you. You're feeling quite merry, very optimistic, and you decide you're going to set some things, some resolutions for the following year. Now, I personally don't do this myself. I leave the resolutions in the drawer, get home, and then a few days later, before I'm ready to start trading, I'll set my goals. And I think that's pretty much the same sort of rule with all the guys here at Trade with Precision. There's a reason that we set goals, and no matter what level of trader you are, whether you're a seasoned professional making millions or you're a brand new trader, you do need to set these goals. And really there's two types of trader. There is the trader who's making money, who's consistent. They need to set goals so they can keep themselves consistent and perhaps improve on what they're doing. And then there's the person who's not making money, or the new trader. They need to set goals because they're not making money. So they need to make some changes. They need to set some goals to start to make money. And it's broken down in that very sense. It comes into two areas. You're either making money or you're not. Now, we want to advocate people being good traders. And we want to help you to become a good trader. That's what Trade with Precision is all about. So what I want to do is I want to share some goal setting information that we use at Trade with Precision year on year, so that perhaps you can achieve these goals that you've set yourself for 2012. The first thing here is be specific. Now, being specific means this: if you're the person who is a seasoned professional and you are making money from trading and you are consistent, then be specific in how much you want to make. So for example, you might want to make $100,000 this year. That's a specific end target. Now, for the person who's a complete beginner or non-profitable trader, your goal might just be, by the end of the year, to be consistently making money. Okay, just keep it nice and simple, consistently making money. Now, obviously, the next path is going to be the measurable one, and that's going to be kind of different for the absolute beginner and the non-profitable trader and the very profitable trader. For the profitable trader, they need to measure it down into quarters, just as the beginner will. You need to break it down into quarters and work out how much roughly you need to be making per quarter to achieve that end goal. Now, for example, what I mean is this: if you want $100,000 by the end of the year, understand that you're not going to break it down into 4 lots of 25,000, because the first quarter you're going to you might maybe looking for 20,000 or so, because obviously your equity curve is going to get steeper and steeper, provided you're consistent towards the end of the year, whilst you've compounded those returns and your account is now larger, therefore your risk per trade is larger. So you need to understand that. You need to maybe start off by saying, okay, the first quarter will be $20,000 is the area I need to be roughly around. For the beginner trader who's not profitable at all, for the first quarter you might have decided, well, in the first month I need to get some strategies. I need to stop screwing around. I need to stop reading everything that's on the internet. I need to stop buying books that tell me how to trade. I need to stop mixing and matching everything that I see and trying to create my own strategy. And I need to actually get strategy that I know works, I can have faith in because I've learned it from reputable people, and I know that I'm going to be able to be successful provided I follow a set of rules. So that could be your first month goal, and then by the end of the quarter, your goal could be to have completed that training and to be on the way to being mentored or whatever it may be for the program that you choose. So both very, very different. Now, the measurable section of this, for the person who's making money, you might decide while you're measuring it out that it's not attainable now. You might decide, well, hang on a second, I just don't have the capital in my trading account to make 20,000 in the first quarter. 10,000, yes. 20,000, it's not really attainable for me. So therefore, you need to go back and rejig the end target. Because of course we want goals that are going to stretch us, but we don't want goals that are going to make us take larger risks than what we should. We don't want goals that are going to make us break rules, and we don't want goals that are very hard to achieve. Okay, so you might need to break that down a little bit. The same goes for the new trader. Is it attainable for you? Well, for example, to spend a large amount of money on training, if you don't have the money, you need some money in your trading account. So spend a smaller amount of training, money aside for your trading, and learn at a slower rate of knots. You've got to work out what's attainable for you for your present situation. Next is the relevant part. Okay, now The person who's a professional trader who's making lots of money, they might have also had in there, well, I'd also like to go and do, go and do a trip with a bunch of traders, or let's just say learn some new strategies or build some new strategies. Now, by the end of the second quarter, they might have realized, hang on, I am well on the way to achieving my target of $100,000 a year, whatever it may be. So therefore, I'm not going to bother trying to construct or learn some new strategies. Why? Because I got to remember and focus on what the end goal is, and my end goal is 100 grand, and I'm on the way to doing that. So rather than getting confused and clotting the path in front of me, I'm going to clear the path, get rid of the now irrelevant area of my goals, and focus on what I'm doing well and what is relevant for me to achieve the goals. For the newbie trader, that could mean, I was trying to manage all these different things at once, reading 3 books at the same time. Well, as a matter of fact, what I found is I found somebody who's teaching me. I understand the methodology. I'm doing well from it. Forget the other rubbish. I'm going to focus on this and remain with what is relevant. And finally, time bound. Now, time bound, guys, is really where we take those goals and break it right down into small chunks. So it's really important that you take your annual goal, break it into quarterly goals, break it into monthly goals, and then break it into weekly goals. And the reason this is so important is because you need to stay focused and you need to actually put the time aside to make these goals achievable. Because what happens quite often, this is where most people go wrong, is that they have all the best intentions, but then life gets in the way and they don't do it because of X, Y, and Z. Well, if you can break this down into small little manageable chunks, like weekly targets, then you can slowly but surely build your way towards that goal and actually see yourself getting there. Okay, so that's why it's so important to have this plan and then wrap it up into time, make it attainable and sustainable for you, for that matter, to get going in the future. So guys, we're running a promotion at the moment whereby you can register for a one-on-one consultation. In that one-on-one consultation, we'll be covering the goals that you've set yourself for 2012 and giving you a little bit of the template for you to answer. Now, this one-on-one, the easiest way for you to register is to go to here, the webpage www.tradewithprecision.com, and click here on complimentary one-to-one consultation. Now, there will most likely be myself that will be conducting that consultation with you, and we'll send you out some details on that once you've registered. Guys, I hope that 2012 is a fantastic year for you. I hope you take this seriously and really sit down and find a nice quiet place, a place where you feel at ease with yourself, the most comfortable, and write these goals down and put some time and effort into it. Because you know what? You can achieve these goals provided you stick to this SMART acronym of being specific, having measurable goals, attainable goals, relevant goals, and then wrap them up in time bound. So guys, I look forward to speaking to you on one of these complimentary one-to-ones. Hope you have a fantastic year and a great week to start it off. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.